I have right here a smart grill and air fryer combo. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up and show you what it looks like and how to use it. I just took everything out of the box, and this is everything that it came with right here besides the user manual. I will say that the user manual does have a lot of information in here, and I feel like it's all laid out really nicely, so that's really nice. So first of all, I just wanted to show you each thing that actually comes with this set, and then we're gonna go ahead and try it out. So this is the actual air fryer and smart grill combo right here. This is the actual unit, and then these are all the different pieces that can go inside of it. It actually opens up just like this. You can see on the top right here, there is a splash filter. You can easily remove that. You can see just like this, so you can wash this off if there's any grease or residue up here. And then you just clip it right back into place. And then this is the frying pan. This is actually gonna go in here no matter what you're cooking or how you're cooking. This is gonna lay right down here because essentially this is the heating element, and you don't wanna cook directly right on here. So we're gonna put this frying pan in here. And then we have two other options for some different cooktops you can use. You can just cook directly in the frying pan right here, or you can use this grill grate to cook right here. You can see kind of what this looks like. It does have some nice little handles, but this fits perfectly right inside that frying pan. And what this grill grate is going to be for is for cooking things like steaks, or honestly anything that you would cook on a barbecue. That's what you'd use this grill grate for. And then we also have this fried basket, and that fits right in here as well. So what this grill basket is gonna do is it's just gonna give you a little bit of space from where the heat is coming from the actual pan itself. So when you set this down, there's just a small amount of space between here. That way your items aren't going to stick to the bottom, for example, as easily. For example, if you're roasting a chicken, usually if you're gonna do that in your oven, you're gonna put it on some kind of grate like this, just so that there's a little bit of space for the juice to drip down underneath. So that's kind of the same idea for this. And then underneath here, there's a little compartment that houses the little thermometer. And the way that you're gonna use this is you actually plug the thermometer into this little hole right here. There's this little hole. You take the thermometer out and you make sure that you plug it in that little hole. And then when you open up your device, you're gonna stick this probe into the side of the meat. For example, if you have a thick piece of steak just like this, you're gonna stick the probe right down the middle of it, and that's just gonna accurately be able to tell you exactly the temperature of the center of your steak. So that's a really nice feature. So I feel like the main things that you need to know about this is there's 3 different ways to actually use this to cook. You can use this for closed hood cooking, and there's actually 7 ways that you can use this closed hood cooking feature here. You can use this as an air fryer, a grill, griddle. You can use it to bake, broil, roast, and dehydrate, which I think is really cool. And you would just open it up. That's when you'd put your item inside to cook it, and then you're gonna close it. You can also use this with open hood cooking, so you can have this up. This is probably more when you would use your grill pan, or if you want to saute some vegetables, you would do that with this style of cooking. And then the 3rd way to use this product is to use the smart cooking, which is where you have the probe plugged into your meat and you can automatically read the temperature and it'll tell you exactly when your steak is done. So I want to show you some of the buttons on the interface here. I'm just going to push the power button. All of your buttons are going to be right here on the top. So when you push the air fry button, that's gonna cook foods with basically a crispy brown coating on the outside, and it's gonna keep the inside nice and soft, and that's gonna be like your typical air fryer. This grill button is gonna be basically just like an indoor grill. This bake function is going to be for food without solid structure, things like doughs and batters, things you're gonna bake like you would in your oven. Griddle is gonna be for open cooking. That's gonna be for like pancakes, eggs, and bacon, anything that you would just cook on a griddle. This broil button is gonna be perfect for thin cut meats or quick cooking vegetables, something like pizza or macaroni and cheese, something that you need high heat for a short period of time. Then this roast function is gonna be for whole cuts of meat on the bone or thicker vegetables or cut up potatoes, for example. And then this dehydrate function, that's gonna be basically cooking a really low temperature to just dehydrate, which would be perfect for just making some snacks. If you wanted to dehydrate apples, for example. So in order to use the different presets for this thermometer piece, I'm just gonna plug it into the side. And then you can use these arrows to actually select the exact type of meat you're gonna be cooking. Right now it says beef. You can do chicken, fish, pork. And then over here, the arrows, you can actually select how done you would like that meat. So I have it on beef, and right now it's set to rare, medium, medium well, and well. So So I do really like that you can very specifically pick what you want this to look like when it's done. So to test this out, I'm actually gonna try it out on potatoes. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my potatoes washed up and sliced up the way that I want them, and then I'll go ahead and walk you through that process. I have everything cleaned up and ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and get everything just set up. I washed all of these different pans. Before cooking anything, you're always gonna put this frying pan down on the bottom. And since I am gonna be cooking potatoes and I'm gonna be using the air fry option, I am gonna be using this fried basket. So I'm gonna set that inside as well. I have my potatoes all washed up and cubed up right here. And all I'm gonna be mixing into these potatoes is some olive oil and some salt. But obviously you can use whatever oils and seasonings you prefer. So in order to use the air fry function on here, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on first. And now I'm gonna push air fry, and it automatically is set for 400 degrees Fahrenheit and for 20 minutes. You can adjust this as well. I'm actually gonna put it down to 15 minutes and just see where it's at. I can always add more time, and I can check on it as well just because there is this nice little see-through window right here. So I'm gonna push this play button. And you can hear it is preheating right now, and it's gonna let me know when it's done preheating so I can put the potatoes inside. While I'm waiting for that, I'm gonna go ahead and put some oil and salt on them. Now that these have a light coating of oil on them and I have a little bit of salt on here, I'll add a little bit of more salt when I actually put them inside of here. I'm just gonna wait for this to be done preheating. Okay, so this just beeped that it's ready to add food. I would say this took around 4 minutes to get preheated, so I'm super impressed with that amount of time. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. It is going to stop the cooking process while I open it. I'm just gonna open it, place the potatoes inside, and put a little bit more salt on top. Okay, you can see the lid is informing me that I do need to close it. So I just have it closed, and it's automatically going to start cooking at 400 degrees Fahrenheit as I set it for 15 minutes, and then it will let me know when it's finished. I love so much that you can actually see inside this window as it's cooking. I feel like that's an issue with so many air fryers, is that you can't watch the item while it is actually cooking. Okay, I'll check back in when this is finished. Okay, you can see this just finished, and this says get food. It's just a little reminder that you have food in here that is ready to come out. I'm gonna go ahead and check this and see if it needs more time. Oh, nice, those look perfect. So you can see these potatoes look like they're cooked perfectly. You can tell the outside, it looks nice and crispy. I'm impressed. That only took 15 minutes, and that was a large amount of potatoes. I do really like that both the grill pan and this frying pan here do have little handles, just so it's easy to pull out. So you can see how nice and yummy those look. All right, and now that we're all finished using this, it's just cooling itself down, so it's ready to go for the next time I need to use it. Overall, the process of using this was super user-friendly, which made me really happy. And I love that it's not just an air fryer, but it's also a grill, and it also has that really neat Smart Cook feature. So the last thing I need to do, I guess, is try one of these potatoes and see if that texture is as good as it actually looks. So you can see the potato is that perfect golden brown all the way around here. Oh, that looks so good. Okay, I still feel like this is super hot, but I'm gonna go ahead and try it. Okay, yum, I'm impressed. That was super good.